Okay. Okay, I'm hoping this is working and people can hear me. Let me just see if this is working. I'm struggling a bit with the tech because my laptop's in the repair shop and been using it all a bit too much, I think. And I'm trying to use Sally Jones' iPad, so bear with us. Hopefully we've connected to our Facebook page. Seems like we have. And well, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for joining me this evening. It's you know, what is it, day 2 of a different kind of lockdown. Feels weird to me to be picking up the kids and being able to freely go outside to exercise as well, and that kind of stuff has been just a bit different, really. They are difficult times mentally, aren't they? What we're facing at the moment is causing all kinds of angst and stress, and that's physical as well as emotional. People are angry, people are scared, people are divided. There's lots going on at the moment. And I don't know if you've been watching, well, I'm sure you have. I don't think you can get away with it. The US election. I have. I've been watching it with sort of fascination, really. Many people have watched it in fear. I've really just sensed such a great number of fearful statements and actions around it. Many people have been watching it in triumphant about what's going on. And as this US election has unfolded, many people have received this results, which looking like Biden's going to win, isn't it? With a feeling of despair or loss, while many other people have received it with a feeling of like it's a culmination, the end of a journey. So there's either this loss of hope, the end of the world, or this is it, we've arrived. And the chasm is huge, the divide is huge. And a daily devotional that I read this week put it as, some people will receive this result like the kingdom has literally come. I can see why. These are results that will reverberate around the whole world. They directly affect our global economics. They directly affect race relations, even amongst friends, right down to friendships. They directly affect healthcare and policy towards abortion and economics and social welfare. And they're personified. These two results are shaped and pictured in the person of two people, and both people are entirely imperfect. And so, it's a big deal, and it's caused us to feel divided, and it's the way of things these days. And I remember waking up to the result of Brexit and feeling just like this was a monumental shift. It was seismic. I mean, it hasn't quite worked out yet the way we thought it would, but just the fact that it feels like you're either one thing or the other. And as I go on, I'm not trying to say that actually these things don't matter. It's not true. They do. And as Christians, we should not separate ourselves from them. We should look to take part. They are important. They are issues of justice and care and love. But I also want to say that you are not one thing or the other. There is not. We have been told there are sides to take, but there is actually a third way here. You are not one thing or another. It's a great lie. This week alone, I've had somebody mention to me that I sound like a Trumper, is what they said. Just talking about some policy issues, really. And in the same day, somebody else told me I was a lefty or a communist. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? Trying to push you into camps. And I would love to think I was neither. If we take the life of Daniel in the Bible, if we take the prophet Jeremiah, or if we take the writings, particularly of Paul to the church in Thessalonica, these were people going through real political turmoil times. The nations were divided. There was all kinds of things going on, or persecution of their people, all kinds of things going on. And we're told throughout these times, if you read them, that we are to seek the blessing and the prosperity and the peace of the nations that we live in. So these things are important. But what we have as Christians to hold on to goes beyond the result of an election. We can take the life of Jesus, the model that he set us. We see that it was not self-serving. He was never there for himself. We can see that he was not self-grandized. He didn't make himself out to be this big ruler. People thought he would, but he didn't. What we can see is a way of self-sacrifice, laying himself down for the sake of others. And, that's the first thing. And I'll talk about this a bit on Sunday, I think, on Remembrance Sunday. We are called to follow his example. But the good news is if we put our faith in Jesus and we believe in what he said, then he becomes our king. And so we become part of a holy nation that, whether we're in lockdown, whether the free world is led by Biden or led by Trump, whether we're in a time of terrible, terrible recession or brilliant relative wealth, it makes no difference to our hope, to where our hope is. It makes no difference to our actual citizenship. Jesus didn't take his throne through force. He didn't take it through a popularity contest. He didn't ask you to vote for him. He didn't do it by pitting people against each other, pitting ideals and values against each other. No, these are the ways of the world. And if we get muddled into that as Christians and start to think that's the way we should do things, then we are too part of the divisiveness that's going on, part of the destruction. Jesus didn't make decisions even to suit his own people. No, he literally blew open the door on his race, on his people. It says the curtain was torn in two. Jesus gave it all away. He made painful decisions, self-sacrificing decisions. And he said, you can come now and you can sit at my feet, that you are more than just a vote, that you are more than just a number. You're more than just a part of a machine, a cog in a bigger machine. You're more than that. In fact, Jesus said, you're more than just a citizen. You have a citizenship of a holy nation. When all things are going to be made new, you are a citizen. But even more than that, you are a co-heir with Christ. We're told that we are co-heirs, that we will receive the inheritance of our Father God. This is more than just a policy promise, a tax break. This is co-heirs of a holy nation, a perfect nation, where there will be no fighting and there will be peace. And this is why we can wake up no matter what the results, and we can carry on in confidence, co-heirs with Christ. Thanks for being with me today. And I look forward to seeing you soon, hopefully on Sunday.